What is going on, Governor? It's Chisgule here, and today we're going to be streaming Ark of Osiris in Kingdom 159 with the undefeated underdogs, naVi. I'm calling them the underdogs because they're down on power in this particular matchup. Now, if you like Ark of Osiris videos, you should definitely like and subscribe because we love streaming these on the weekend, and we are a sponsored creator with Rise of Kingdoms. Now, we're minutes away from this Ark of Osiris starting, and already the chat is exploding with activity. Chimp, Jacob, Num, Lisa, Killer Alan, Kyajin, Review Bubble. What is going on? Welcome to the chat. Good to see you here. This is going to be, I think, a very exciting matchup. This is going to be an exciting matchup. We've got some T5s in here. We've got some T5s, and this is an underdog matchup. So naVi is undefeated, but they're going to be 660 million power versus 800 million power, which is what the opponent has. So this could be a really, really entertaining Ark of Osiris to watch. In fact, I expect it will be, which is why we're here. Now, we should, of course, get a quick look at the members of this alliance. Just so we get a sense, I know they've got 2 T5 players, at least that's what I think I was told. There you go, Who Grinch, and I'm not even going to pronounce it right next to the Grinch. It's like some sort of dude with a unicorn mohawk. Bunch of other folks jumping in the chat. Mel, Josh, Gosho, Brother, what's going on? Devi. Welcome. Let's just keep cruising here through the alliance members. Get a sense of who's here. All right. Looks pretty good. A pretty moderate number of higher power players. Majority of players, it looks like, are in the teens, which makes sense given that it's, Kingdom 159. If we just zoom out, let's just get a look at their positioning in the kingdom. So they own the temple. Makes sense. Looks like that must be a relatively recent thing. There's so much space here for flags. So much space for flags. Oh my gosh. This is it's pretty interesting here, the way they're spread across the map. All right. Here we go, baby. Let's get back in. We have 1 minute and 17 seconds till we fire this thing off. This is the time for questions if you have them. I'll call out the scroller you see down here is if you make a donation via the link in the description, and that'll also pop up toward my T5 Infantry and Archers Fund. Spoiler alert, I might not have waited to receive those donations before making some purchases of my own toward some of those troops. Oh, yeah. Best secondary commander for Minamoto is absolutely going to be Cao Cao. You might also like Baibars and also Pelagius as great choices as a secondary for Minamoto. Part of the reason I really like Pelagius is elevating the Rage Restoration, which ends up being really important if what you want to do is get lots of skill attacks, and Minamoto does so much damage. Of course you want to get lots of skill attacks with Minamoto. So one reason why I particularly like that commander. Here we go. I got to adjust my green screen. We'll get that fixed up in a second. This thing's going to fire up any moment. Chisgule, where's the form for Kingdom 51 migration? Oh, baby. Here we go. We're going to enter Ark of Osiris. We got a lot to talk about. People porting in. Let's check out what's going on the red side of the map, because this is where things are going to get really spicy. If they've got high power, this is going to be a very hard match. Will the naVi, undefeated, be defeated in this highly public matchup? They said they've gone as the underdog before and won, so they're not new to this. 36 million power on an officer, 29 million, 33, 34, 37, 80 million power on the Dalmatian. Woo! We've got ourselves a fight. Also, this is C-O. I'm pretty sure Celestial Order is an alliance that name sounds very familiar. That sounds very familiar. Are y'all hyped for some Genghis Khan action? Dude, they announced Genghis Khan. They announced Genghis Khan and Saladin. They're coming, baby. They're coming. It's real. It's all real. It's happening. It's finally happening. Let's see here. Other officer porting in. Remember, another T5 player stepping up to bat. We've got 2 T5 versus 2 T5. I mean, that's a fight. That's a fight. This is real. This is real. Where's the alliance leader? Where? Aha! Alliance leader saying, I'm coming. Don't forget me. Woo! Look at that. Is that Tyrion? Isn't that Tyrion from Diablo? Am I making that up? 3 T5s for the overdogs, 2 T5s for the underdogs. This is a serious matchup. Look at the average power of these players. Pretty high. Some number forgot to show up or still entering into the battle. Pop quiz into the chat. What are the things that prevent you from entering Ark of Osiris? Blue squad looking mighty full. Only 1 player missing from this roster. Leader at the front and T5 player in. Let's see, where's the other one? T5 player in. 2 T5s versus 3 T5s. My friends, we've got a matchup. This is exciting. Getting some requests, it looks like, for 20 UTC today for streaming Ark of Osiris. Unfortunately, I will not be available at that time. This is today's Ark of Osiris, which is starting in just 2 seconds. Folks are going to kick this thing off as we would expect, fanning out across the map, heading as fast as they can to those obelisks. I know that you know, because you come to my streams all the time for Ark of Osiris, that I think the leaders of the Alliance, the officers, and the leader should be the ones sending the speedy troops, tier 1 cavalry with the fastest commanders you've got, to the obelisks because they are the most forward. So literally, they are the fastest that can get there. So it's got to be those players in front sending the speedy tier 1 cavalry. And that is what we see over here. Alliance leader sending the cavalry. They're going indeed to the obelisks. That's what it's all about in the early game, capturing those super quickly, because let me tell you, I have seen some remarkably fast infantry rallies that could really catch you off guard if you're not paying attention with a 1-minute rally. Now, what would I be doing? And let's see if we see it happening here. What would I be doing if I was one of these players that isn't necessarily going to be able to be one of the first ones to use a teleport? I would be reinforcing the city of one of the higher power players that I know is going to teleport forward, specifically the city of a player that we know is going to launch a rally. Now, this is exactly what I want to see. The game prompting me to use lower graphics because there's so much action. My friends, this is going to be a sweet Ark of Osiris. I can tell already with the volume of activity. We're going to not simplify graphics for now, since we're not actually on the battlefield. We're a little less sensitive to having a little spot of lag here and there. And there you have it. Rally on the field. Rally on the field at the start of this matchup. I mean, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. Do I actually think it's correct to launch a rally at the start of the battle? Actually, I don't. I actually think it's not correct. But, you know, whatever. It's fun to watch. Hopefully, they're able to catch their opponents off guard with that maneuver. Of course, they've got an alert. They know this rally is coming. Alerts show up in the bottom left of your screen when stuff's getting rallied. So, boom, boom, boom. Structures being captured very quickly at the start of this match. Blue delivering on what they promised. They said they were coordinated. They said they win as the underdogs, and they've already got a structure advantage on red, who is 30 seconds away still, 30 solid seconds away still from capturing their own obelisk. Now, this could be really tragic if the rally that we saw happens to be going to this structure. Is it? I don't... It is? It is? It is. This could cost them dearly. The sluggish start here could cost them dearly. Hard to say. Hard to say. Troops coming to reinforce, and plenty of them, so it might be fine. Again, I don't advise the obelisk rally strategy. I don't think it's a winner. I don't think it's a winner, because what's going to happen is that they should all teleport over and reinforce the structure. But the problem with having been over 40 seconds behind is that they may not actually get there fast enough to teleport in to reinforce the defense of this darn thing, and they may lose it at the start, which would be a profound advantage. A profound advantage for our friends in naVi. Now, I'll point out, let's see, where's it going? Well, wherever it's going, it's not going as fast as I'd like. What's going on here? Giddy up. Is it cavalry? It's cavalry. Why? Giddy up, guys. What's going on? Oh, I see the problem. Do you see the problem, chat? Why is this slow? Why is this slower, anyways? You tell me, chat, what's happening? Why is it slower? What's going on that makes it just a smidge slower? T3 would make it go faster. T3 would make it go faster. T5 makes it go slower. Not much, but still slower. And the thing is, yeah, I guess we want T5 in the rally, right? We do want T5 in the rally. I don't see any infantry in here. I see all cavalry. So that's all legit. That's 100% legit. The challenge with the T5s is that they're, you know, just a little slower. Punchy, but slow. Red starting to make their way over to this side of the map. What I want to see happen is all of these structures convert. Now, boom, every single one across the board should be captured in seconds here. Boom, boom, boom. That's happening. Anybody by the Shrine of War? Okay, a little late to the party, but they'll get there. It's looking pretty good. Now, if you're feeling really sneaky, what you could do, if you're Who Grinch, what you could do right here is disband the rally and swarm attack the Desert Altar. It's a totally legit play. You could totally do it. Props to Killer Alon for some excellent modding. Nice work, my friend. Appreciate your help as always. But this rally's got a target. And it's going there. But I think they're going to have a full obelisk. And I don't know why. I feel like the rally should have been faster. Maybe it's Alliance technology is not as high. I mean, Kingdom 159 to have maxed rally speed would be pretty impressive. So maybe that's what's happening. This obelisk is going to convert, and now what I'm afraid is going to happen is the reason that I don't like obelisk rallies is that here it is, Red City teleporting in, another Red City teleporting in, another Red City teleporting in. This rally is in trouble. Now, thankfully for the folks in blue, this player is committing a huge error attacking into the rally. They just need to reinforce the structure. When their army gets low within the structure, retreat it out, and then send a fresh army in. That's the way to defend against this. But here we go. Full caps. Holy melting! All that time to prepare, and they don't have the right captain on that defense. Maybe it's a T5 commander swapping over to Martel, but is it too little too late? Hard to say. Folks cramming into that obelisk now to try to defend it, now swarming the rally. My goodness. I thought that with all this time to prepare, with all of that attention that we were giving, perhaps they've got someone who's watching and telling their players what's going to happen here in the stream. Maybe not. Yeah, wow. That's some melt. And blue has accomplished the thing that I thought was a low probability of being successful. They are going to convert over this obelisk in a matter of seconds. I'd say a matter of one more skill attack. And boom. Conversion is in. Now, blue is taking the driver's seat. Taking the driver's seat as the underdogs in this matchup. T5 coming in. They're going to battle into this, it looks like, as a solo march. Are those Legionnaires? Those are looking mighty svelte. I don't know if I love the choice to battle into large numbers, but they are going for the swarm. Now, why would you go for a swarm attack in this situation? Oh, holy moly, the melting. One skill attack from Minatsao, and it was see you later. See you later. This player accidentally leaving the obelisk. Oh, get back in. Oh man, there's got to be stuff going on the other parts of the map, but this is the most interesting thing going on right here. If red doesn't take this back in 2 minutes, blue can then teleport forward and start to dominate this part of the map. And we've got 37 million, 31 million, 23 million. I mean, those are not small players. Those are not small players. They would be hard to evict. Let's look at the total players in. 30 on 29. We've got a fair fight in this Ark of Osiris. Underdog, naVi taking on Celestial Order, and action going on at multiple structures. Huge swarm attack committing to the Sky Altar. Not a choice I like at all, but maybe it will work. It looks like they're banking on the fact that there's not AoE commanders defending this structure. That does make it more enticing to do a solo attack, but the cost here is going to be really, really high, and this structure should have belonged to blue in the first place. Not sure what happened for that to have converted over. If we zip over to this other side of the map, blue is on the defense with a rally doing work on the Shrine of Life. It looks like red is going to capture this, basically saying, you may have snagged our obelisk, but we've got a left hook and a right hook to follow it up. Whoo! I mean, there's no lack of interesting places to look on this battlefield. Speaking of which, what is going on over here? What an aggressive play. I don't like this level of aggression. Going for the other obelisk, saying we're going to evict you from both, and red swarming it down very successfully. It looks like they're not even taking a lot of damage for having made that choice to swarm a rally, which is pretty impressive. Rally going down, and structure over here flashing, but no action as far as I can tell. It looks like someone's going in, and structure converts. Now we see teleporting in blue player, the Grinch. T5 on the front line. Woo, support to boot. They're digging in and building roots to hold down this obelisk. Scout going out. And another player jumping in, 15 million, sort of vulnerable to whatever the enemy might do, but they're sending troops to battle in the open field. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. I guess you could battle around if you're planning to use a lot of healing speed-ups, but that's not what I would expect of a 15 million power player. I think this might be overstepping their bounds slightly. Gotta focus on the one thing that matters, and that is structured defense. And look at that swarm of armies saying, excuse me, excuse me, this is my open field. The Grinch contesting, sending out archers with Julius Caesar and Hannibal Barca. Who is that secondary? I am not even sure who is using that cape. What? We'll have to figure that out in a bit. More armies coming in, and it is just getting started in this Ark of Osiris, only 15 minutes into the battle. We've got a heck of a fight going on. It looks like the upper left altar was converted with that swarm attack. So at least if you're going to commit a swarm, you'd better be successful. And they were. And I expect this is an expertise Hannibal Barca. We're going to see some serious AoE. There it is. Coming out of Barca, doing serious work. And bada boom, looks like Bybar's the secondary. Ton of AoE on the part of naVi. And that is some serious damage going in, clearing out the players in red from the open field, holding down this front obelisk. 18 million power player porting in. They've got to be out of teleports at this point, and they are. And, oh, did we see this player come in earlier? Another 16 million power player. I mean, are they going to start rallying these cities? I don't think that would be a good choice, but what I do think would be a great choice would be to rally up top, Desert Altar. That would be pretty savage. Now's the time to take it. Meanwhile, looks like Swarm Attack possibly going in on a player city. Mike 7788, 37 million power player, and there it is, Swarm committed. We've got Hannibal Barca on the defense, and then Lohar, and then, oh no, this player is going to be sent home. Their troops were committed to other parts of the battlefield. They're going to be teleported back, caught completely off guard and vulnerable, but Red is not giving up at all. They've got the Ark of Osiris with what looks like a completely clean, free, and clear grab, bringing that thing back, and they're going to score a clean 3,000 points. Red winning the point game still at this juncture in the Ark of Osiris, even though it looks like Blue's doing really well in the field. Rally in on the Desert Altar, and big damage coming from Minamoto, and looks like possibly Cao Cao. We saw that heal in the structure. I think it is Cao Cao is the secondary. That would be logical. And it looks like over here we have Caesar and... oh no, it's Richard. It's Minamoto and Richard defending the structure. Is that right? Did I see that correctly? Okay. Didn't expect that, but okay. What do we have up here? Rally in from naVi saying, excuse me, that's our Shrine of Life. And with the way this battle is going, they're going to need that extra 25% healing boost to keep the troops rolling and flowing in the open field. Holy moly, this Desert Altar in serious trouble. One army on its way over, but mistake, I think, made here, sending siege units, slowing down this army profoundly with 30 seconds to get there. I don't know that they're going to make it. T5 piling on. Special cavalry unit here doing serious work now on this Desert Altar, combined with the rally. I think this structure is going to fall with just seconds to go for the reinforce, and it would have connected. A solid 250,000 troops would have connected if there wasn't siege units, and now that army, because it's got siege units, is also going to get completely melted by this T5 cavalry and rally in on a structure exactly as I would have expected, but not from the direction I expected it. CO Desert Altar getting big damage coming in from, it looks like, Minamoto primary, and mixed army on the field getting reinforced both ways. Rally was reinforced, structure is reinforced, but at this point that structure is hurting. I think it's going down. Ark of Osiris has been captured for the folks in red, and although I've been highlighting the aggression from the players in blue, red is solidly owning the right-hand side of the map, and that structure ownership of these altars is getting them big points. 440 points a minute is the current count, and they're getting incremental edge. So even though I think naVi has played well and done some really interesting moves, they haven't been able to hold the right-hand side of the map. They haven't been able to hold both of their altars, which are the higher point objectives. So the gamble they've made, the question that they've been asking is, can you win the long game if we take the obelisk? Can you win the long game if we take the obelisk and evict your cities from this side of the map? That is the question, and that is the sort of question that has a long game answer. We won't find out for another 20 minutes to see if this strategy will work or not. Meanwhile, rally now in on the obelisk, and that rally is doing serious work. Didn't expect to see that. Player City teleporting out, but they've got to reinforce this structure or beat down this rally, or this obelisk is going to convert over. Really solid play. One reinforcement into the obelisk, two reinforcements into the obelisk, reinforcement arriving now for the rally, and T5 troops from the Grinch going in to swarm the rally. That seems like a fine choice at this juncture because you don't want this part of your strategy to fail. You see what I'm getting at here? The whole strategy is banking on this obelisk capture having been worth the early structure losses on the right-hand side of the map. That's the gamble. That's the game. That's the play that's been made. A lot of aggression still from red at this part of the map, and I think now that blue has such a strong foothold, that is wasted energy. It's too late. You either have to rally or you've got to go home. And that means that these structures over here should solidly make their way over to the hands of blue. Blue owns the left-hand side of the map. Red owns the right-hand side of the map, which means the gamble that blue has made so far is well, we don't know. We don't know. They've got 3 obelisks to red's 2. And there is, I want to highlight, some backfield ninja action going on. Someone in red is just yoinking these outposts, hijacking the point gain for blue. And even though it's not a lot of points, we're talking 30 points per minute. It's not a lot of points. It is point gain. Every time that converts over to red, they lose all the time that it is converting to red. They lose all the time converting back. It's a pretty solid play. Now, this is what I want to see. Rally in on the desert altar, getting really savaged. I don't know what's going on to that rally, but it is not working. Let's see who the leader is. Sam's the 10th, looking up to their city. Sam's the 10th, only a 23 million power player. Not my first choice for who should lead the rally, but yeah, no, they just shouldn't be leading that rally. That was not particularly advisable. I would love to see Gorog be the person leading that rally. Why is that? Because their technology is so much better that you would get just a much better result instead of, well, I don't know how many troops were in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could easily have been max size rally, get melted, and there was no reinforcements to support it. It looks like this structure, yeah, that's a Belisarius holding down this outpost, committing to stay, and I don't think they're quite going to win, but combat in, rally over here, capturing the Shrine of Life. There you have it. Blue winning the structure game, red winning the point game. When we are 25 minutes almost into this Ark of Osiris, I mean, this is certainly very action-packed and city burning. Star is going to get sent back. I mean, 0 dull moments in this Ark of Osiris. Ark looking like red is postured with 1 army and a runner. They've got to contest this thing in blue, I feel like. Don't let them get it for free. That last one, I didn't see if it was free or not, but it might have been. And red posturing on the right-hand side of this battlefield, making sure that if a swarm or rally tries to go into this desert altar, they're going to cut it off. And they have to do that at this point. They have to own this part of the map. Now, red has almost double the points of blue, which means in many ways, red is in the driver's seat of this map, but now blue's starting to answer with some ninjaing of their own. Hijack of over 180 points, I think, by making that little maneuver. I guess it's just 90 points. 90 to 120 points, whatever. Cost them next to nothing, and now they're just going to go somewhere else. What else can they snag for free? I mean, it's free point disruption. Seems good to me. Red, however, is starting to move in to this part of the battlefield, which I think is an interesting choice. And they're going to contest a little bit. 0 teleports available to blue, 1 teleport available to red, but the much higher rate of teleports going into blue. 3 teleports every 5 minutes, 1 teleport every 5 minutes for red. As if I needed caffeine, this battle is enough of a caffeination for me. There's enough excitement going on here. Whew. By the way, I'm sure everybody saw Genghis Khan announced as a wheel event. I mean, I'm saving up gems for that, baby. We're going to max spend gems on that. We're going to max spend gems on that for sure. Chat, sorry I haven't been answering your questions. As you know, when Ark of Osiris is happening and it's this exciting, I don't have a chance to look at the chat, but I do have a chance to call out that this rally doing work on the Shrine of Life, Belisarius as the defender, and certainly not one of my first, second, or third choices to be that defender, but that's perhaps where the T5 player is and what they've got, so they should be the defender. And the rally will be successful. Both Shrines of Life will be in ownership of Blue within the next 3 minutes. Now, if that happens, Blue has 50% healing speed, which means it is time to crank it. Crank it on the healing speed ups to drive home your victory from this point forward in the match. Blue has... Wait a minute. Where is it? Blue is holding the Ark of Osiris, and they're just battling. They're just battling with it. This was a weird choice. I would not have picked up the Ark of Osiris. Is that T5? It is T5. If instead of picking up the Ark of Osiris, they had just attacked these players, they would have won this combat, obliterated all of these armies, and oh my, a little bit of tears coming from the alliance leader of CO. And now they've got a lot of players grabbing the Ark. They're going to bring that back relatively uncontested. I don't think you can win Ark of Osiris on the structure game alone. Certainly not if you don't own every one of the altars, and Blue does not. So Red making a solid play here, grabbing the altar. They need to maybe wake up this player to run them home. There they go. They're on their way. And because they're low health, I can only assume that they've got charge talents, and charge talents are going to send them moving real fast back to home. What Blue has to do if they want to stop that Ark, and I feel like perhaps they might be underestimating the extent to which that is a critical activity. These players need to send their armies to cut off this Ark of Osiris. Red playing the Ark game really, really cleanly in the chat. Laksh is betting $500 on Red. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of money to bet. That's a lot of money to bet on an Ark of Osiris match. Whoo. What's happening next? We see Red is solidly owning the open field here. Really, really cleanly owning the open field, and they've still got 2 altars, which is what they must hold. A lot of open field combat, not the place I would be if I was in Blue. Red's got 3 T5 players, you've got 2. I would be getting myself into a rally, and there's really 2 players that have got to be leading these rallies. It's the T5 players, Grinch, who is marching his way across the field to try to get to this carrier, and look at all these players swarming him. I think he should just turn and fight them at this point because the archers are just not fast enough. Meanwhile, I would count on Boss, E.G. Boss, who I believe is the alliance leader, who is definitely paying close attention to what he needs to do, going in on this carrier. Smart choices being made here. Carrier's going to go down, buying his alliance a little bit of time to hunt down whoever the next person is that picks up the Ark. Very smart play there. While the T5 player is just getting overwhelmed with numbers, that's part of why I thought they should turn and fight. Now, to their credit, right, a T5 player has probably 5 full marches all over the map that they're paying attention to. So I would expect, oh, look at this smart play. Going in on the outpost of Set. It looks like it's fully reinforced now. What's the downside of this being a fully reinforced structure? I'm pretty sure that this player is not going to be able to capture the Ark unless somebody gets out. There has to be room. They're saying, wait for me. And it looks like the Ark has been captured. Red solidly in the driver's seat. And with 30 minutes remaining, there may not be enough time to make up this 10,000 point difference. There's a couple things Blue would have to do to turn this around. In order to turn this around, Blue must get every single arc of Osiris moving forward. Blue has to get every arc moving forward. And they could probably get... Well, we crashed. They probably could get 2 arcs if they're lucky. If they're lucky, it might just be 1. It might just be 1. The other thing they must do is they must capture this desert altar right now. Right now, they must capture this desert altar. If they don't start to convert these structures, they will not win. They will not win. It looks like we missed a rally. That's exciting. Well, speaking of rallies, what I want to see is Gurog lead a 1-minute rally on this desert altar, and when he's done, lead a 1-minute rally on this sky altar. That has to happen. It has to happen right now. If it doesn't happen now, they're in big, big trouble. And they already are, quite frankly, in serious trouble. With 660 points per minute, they've got almost enough point gain to make this a win. They really do. They really do have the potential. Now, if you are in red, what do you need to do if you're in red? If you're in red, you need to hold these 2 structures, boom and boom, and you just need to run the arcs. Between the 2 positions, I would rather be in red's position, with the higher power obviously contributing to their success in part, but also with the point total on the board. Those points on the board are looking good. So at this stage, red is in the driver's seat asking a question saying, can you take enough of our structures and capture the arc to make this a win for you and make up for the point deficit that you're in right now? Very, very interesting to see Blue realizing, you can see in the chat, stop field battles, join rallies. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. They've got 5 minutes before they need to be postured forward by the arc. Red folks retreating, I assume, from what was a rally up top. And here we go. Wrong player, in my opinion, again leading the rally. This is a tier 4 player leading a rally into a T5 player with probably an expertise Richard. It's just not going to work. This structure looks like it's fully reinforced, and we see again, this is not working. This is not working. Got to change up who's leading these rallies, and that's got to happen right now. More reinforcements arriving. I guess you can't even break up this rally at this point because all the players that were in it are going to get melted. No reinforcements to this rally. Whole bunch of players in the middle of nowhere. This is not what I wanted to see on this part of the map for Blue, and it is exactly what Red wants to happen. This is exactly what Red wants to happen, a massive commitment of troops resulting in a huge amount of losses for Blue, diminishing their ability to continue to fight this fight. And the reason that Blue has to be extra smart with these rallies is that they are the underdog. They don't have the extra troop edge that Red does. So they need to be smarter with these rallies. Yeah, now swarms going in. Not surprising. Not surprising. Okay, what's next? We're looking over here. Who Grinch starting to posture in the open field. If we look around, Red Army's doing some work in the backfield. I don't know why that makes sense. It seems a little weird. Scout went in. What did they scout? Player cities. Interesting choice. Not what I would be thinking about right now. Desert Altar, firmly in control. And we've got the calm, the quiet before the storm. Bunch of folks fighting in the middle of nowhere. I suppose they're sending these guys back to something interesting, but rallies are what I want to see. I would either rather see simultaneous rallies on these 2 structures than these guys be in the open field in a way that makes no sense, which is what I'm observing. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Let's keep sportsmanlike conduct in the chat here. Let's keep sportsmanlike conduct in the chat here. Let's stay friendly here. No personal attacks floating around in the chat. Both alliances fighting incredibly well. We're very appreciative of both of them allowing us to spectate and putting up a heck of a fight. CO fighting very well. naVi fighting very well. I'm impressed with the play from both sides, and now Blue's doing the thing I said they had to do. They're posturing around the arc, and they are owning that part of the field with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Red is realizing we've got to get in on this. We're going to have a huge battle in the open field here. And by the looks of it, simply from the numbers, I think Red is looking like they could capture this arc, which is really, really crucial. Really, really crucial. Drixon in the chat, what's going on, my friend? How are you? Holy moly, this Ark of Osiris is amazing. I'm loving this. Just getting a quick glance at the chat. I'm going to add Drixon as a mod. Where you at, buddy? Add moderator. Bada boom. Thank you for your help. Drixon's a mod in my Discord channel as well. And now, the most important battle in this Ark of Osiris is unfolding. This battle determines the winner. If Blue can get this Ark of Osiris, they're in the fight. If Red, the overdog, takes this arc and scores it, it is over. With 20 minutes to go, there is no more important place to be in the battlefield than right here. And the problem that Blue is facing is that they also, in addition to capturing this arc, must capture the Desert Altar. And now's the time to do it, but Red is full of spice. T5 player leading a rally in on the obelisk. I like that play. It's an overdog move, and guess what? They are the overdogs. They are the overdogs in this arc. Ooh, boy. This is a heck of a fight. Now, when I see an open field fight like this, what do I like to think about? I like to think about, what if I had an AoE commander? What if I had an AoE commander instead of the single target damage commanders that I've got or had brought? Right? So, like, how insane would this be if this was a Yi Seong-Ye? Especially if it was an expertise Yi Seong-Ye. Like, it would just be out of control, right? This, I think, was a good decision. It was cavalry that picked up the arc. They tried to yoink it. I think a yoink is a fine play here, but they got beat down. This fight determines who wins or loses this Ark of Osiris. If Red wins, then they definitely win this match. If Blue wins, then they could turn this around. The last thing I would do with this many armies around is try to pick up the arc. Spin to fire, what's going on? Never a dull moment in Ark of Osiris. Never a dull moment in Ark of Osiris. T5s from the Grinch showing up. Kind of interesting that Barca's got only 192,000 troops committed to that march. That means that he must be running low on troops, which is not too surprising given how intense this fight has been. And those troops are heading home. It looks like the army they were attacking before was defeated. It's tough to have a lot of marches to manage. You really got to micromanage them. These guys need to turn around and fight. A lot of action here, but we see a rare opportunity for this weak army that is a cavalry army to pick up this arc and start to march it, because I don't know why, but Red is moving the wrong way down the field. I suppose in a lot of ways they're not too concerned. They're not too concerned at this point. They're solidly owning the open field, but I want to center that fight around this arc rather than down here. Make sure that you are in control of this arc area at all times. And this is a play I really don't like. I really don't like this play. We've got a T5 player grabbing the Ark of Osiris, and while it is important to take the Ark, T5s are going to be slower. These T5s, they will be tougher to beat down, but I would so much rather see those T5s obliterating armies. But because, as I called out, red moved the wrong way down the field, they've got to now march all those armies back up the field to get this carrier, and it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened. This army's slowly moving along. If I were the Grinch, I would get to this caravan if I could, drop the Ark of Osiris, and let somebody else move it down the field. Every single blue player needs to get here right now and provide air cover for the Grinch, who is moving the Ark of Osiris down the field, but red players coming to smash. Reinforcements arriving for blue. Pretty exciting. This is getting spicy. Every minute of this fight has been real. 18 minutes to go. Red in the driver's seat. Blue trying to turn it around. And infantry arriving on time to do work on this T5 carrier. I don't know if they're going to make it, but I love what I'm seeing over here. Oh, rally defeated in blue. They really need that structure if they want to turn this around. And army over here taking serious heat. I really would love if the T5 player puts down the Ark of Osiris, but it might be too late for that now. It could be that they just need to run the darn thing. Red army's showing up. Yeah, man, I would drop it. Drop the Ark. Use those T5s to smash. Instead, carrier soldiering forward, bringing this Ark as far as they can, but there's just not a structure close enough. There's just not a structure close enough. And now we are going to see these T5s taking massive damage from these other armies, including other T5s. And this is why I didn't love that it had to be a T5 player picking this up. Now we've got that full march of T5 melted down. Melted down, and a lot of combat going on around this arc. I will say it's in the right place. Smart move here with this nearly dead army saying, I may as well try to pick up this arc anyways. They're getting beat down. And blue needs to take advantage of this opportunity to take advantage of the fact that the arc is in their side of the battlefield. The arc is on their side of the battlefield. They should now send a lot of armies to try to bring it home. Instead, red getting the jump, picking up the arc, moving it somewhere, but I imagine it won't go too far because there's a lot of blue armies nearby. I don't know if those blue armies are focusing in the right places. I don't know if they're focusing in the right places. There it is. Arc is down. Arc is down. I mean, this is anybody's fight. 690 points per minute is pretty serious point gain for blue. If they could take one of these structures, it would be a game changer for them. But even if they can't, taking this arc and scoring it puts them into the game again. The problem is that it's taking so long to score this arc that they're not going to have a chance to score another arc. There's not going to be an opportunity for another arc to respawn. And I don't love that this full health mixed army is now trying to march it down the battlefield. They get smashed down really quickly, and that is not too surprising. I believe this is a T5 player doing work. This player, Zeos Celeres, seems to be in all the right places at all the right times. Multiple armies from them doing work in the open field, a call to hold strong from that same player with their T5s battling in on some cavalry. Red controlling this part of the battlefield. Blue might be running out of gas at this point, even with the 50% heal speed that they've got. Small army picking up the Ark of Osiris, perhaps, and melted down was a worthy attempt. Was a worthy attempt. I like where this Ark of Osiris is living, but if blue is going to win this match, it's really a now or never situation for capturing this desert altar. Rally going in on Shrine of War. This makes no sense at all to me. That makes no sense at all to me. I guess you could disrupt their point gain a little bit. Maybe that Shrine of War is undefended. It's just not the structure I care about. I'd even rather all those armies ensure that we capture this Ark of Osiris. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, and we're going to introduce a gaming concept that I think is very important. Playing to win versus playing to not lose. Now blue needs to play to win. To play to win as blue, you have to take high risk, high reward actions. They need to start to make plays that they probably won't be successful with, but if they are, they might win the match. They need to play to win, and playing to win means rallying things that the enemy might not expect, like this Shrine of War. They've got to do something the enemy might not expect and might not be ready for, right? Like they need to rally some stuff that might not normally make sense to do. For instance, army going in over here, it's not going to work, bummer. They've got to take high-risk actions, but what is this? 2 minutes till a rally goes in on Desert Altar, and they might catch blue off guard. If red can capture this, then the fat lady might be singing. The fat lady might be singing. The Ark of Osiris is down. Massive battle in this part of the field. Blue is advantaged to be fighting on their home turf, but red has really solid presence here still, holding down the Ark. Multiple armies trying to pick up the Ark of Osiris. I honestly think that, it only should be a weak cavalry army that tries to pick up this Ark of Osiris, because there's plenty to hit here to get weak to then pick it up. Plenty to hit here to get weak and then pick it up. Why do I want that? Because if you're 50%, you get charge talents. If you got those charge talents, you can haul it. And that is what we would want to see. Another army picking up the Ark. I can't even tell who has it. It looks like it's blue. It is a cavalry army. They've got charge talents. They're moving down the field, but you gotta clean up what's going on in this open field before you can bring that anywhere. Let's get a quick look in on this rally. Oh man, I love the spunk of this player leading rallies. They are not the right player, in my opinion, to be leading rallies. Tough situation for blue, the underdog in this matchup, but catching up on points very rapidly. Catching up on points. This Ark of Osiris, it's not over, folks. I said this arc is the arc that matters, and it's coming down to just one arc. It's coming down to just one arc. The point totals are close enough that I think this will be what decides the match. This is going to come down to the very last minute. With only 10 minutes to go, everybody, with everything they have, has to get here. They have to get here. They have to get here. And they have to hold this structure, which is not going to happen. Really crucial, well-played rally led by Mike from CO, snagging this Desert Altar. Only 2 players on the defense. Too late to reinforce now. Major disruption. Big source of points to red. That could turn the fight in their favor. And another rally going in unsuccessfully. Who? Mozart, the leader? Where is that player? 28 million is a much better choice for a rally leader, but it really needed to have been this player here leading these rallies. That's what it needed to be. That's what it needed to be. Meanwhile, arc going on here. With the loss of that altar, blue may no longer have the point gain they need to convert this into a win. They may no longer have sufficient point gain. Tough situation. Mayhem in the open field. This Ark of Osiris is worth how many points? Does anybody know? Is it 4,000 points? Is it 5,000 points? Here we go. Player picking it up. Which player is it? Not what I wanted to see. Oh, it is what I want to see. Good. Grinch should not pick up this Ark. Grinch needs to battle. Ah, no. Grinch is going to pick up the Ark, which means they're going to get melted. I would just much rather see them battling. That said, Grinch had to move the ball down the field last time, and they did it with great success. So he's going to do it again. But this time, the red armies are already all over him, and armies that he normally would have melted are now going to melt him. He's turning to fight, but that's just not going to work. He's taking 200% extra damage in. He just needs to run. If you're holding this thing, you just got to run. You just got to run. Now he's saying, crap, I do need to just run. He's on the move. Move this Ark to a more favorable position. What's more favorable? Probably closer to where your cities are, but I'll take it. Getting closer and closer to this outpost seems also fine. He's moving it down the field. Red armies swarming around to cover for him. It might just be enough. They may have actually done it. They may have been able to do it. T5 player beating in on the carrier. Armies beating in on that set of players beating on the carrier. This might just be enough. Heroics from Who the Grinch might just start to even this up. Red armies realizing they've got to catch up, and T5 on their way straight for the carrier. They are going to melt him down before he's got a chance to capture it. There it is. T5's battling in. Heroics from the Grinch trying to make it, to score the Ark. And it doesn't matter if they score it at this point. It's so close to the outpost. It would take a true miracle from Red to get it away from them. And Red, with the ninja moves, snagging the obelisk. Smart play. There can't be much left in the tank for blue at this point. There cannot possibly be much left in the tank for blue, and these final losses of structures may be the saving grace for red and the nail in the coffin for blue. Because at this, yeah, there it is. See, it's not enough. The Ark has been captured, but they're still down 2,000 points. They needed to hold those other structures. They needed to capture one of those other structures, and I think this is all but over. I don't know what could be enough of a point difference, especially given that the Celestial Order is got the point gain lead per minute. Wow. Wow. Scouts going in. Heck of a battle fought. I'm eager to see what the healing speed-ups look like on both sides of this. This is one of the more entertaining Ark of Osiris's we've fought, and my friends, I just want to call to your attention how impressive this is for the underdogs. There's a 145 million power difference here. The underdogs fought incredibly well. Incredibly well. The overdogs fought incredibly well. I mean, this was well fought all the way around. Everyone can be proud of their performance, and I think now we do see the nail in the coffin. Red capturing the sky altar. I mean, look, like I said, blue had to really play to win, which probably meant abandoning the defense of some of these structures in order to capture the Ark. They captured the Ark, but the cost is too high. The cost is too high. Rally going in. Noble Sam's the 10th, leading those rallies consistently. Love the spunk. Wrong player to lead the rallies. It's got to be this T5 player. And there is the T5 player leading a rally. Too little too late. Going in on the Sky Altar. Cool. Cool. There you have it. With just minutes left in this battle, I don't know how blue turns it around. I don't know how you turn it around. You do get more points when you're the one attacking a structure. You do get more points for being the attacker, for getting kills. So I guess if you're blue, you've just got to attack some structures and hope that you get edge on your opponent. I don't really know what they do here. I don't really know what they do here, how they turn this around. Swarm going in on the obelisk, may as well. Troops left in your city. Troops left in your city are not worth anything. Looks like Traydog says, Chisgule, I can explain why Sam's the 10th leads rallies. I'm in naVi. Nice. Fill us in, Traydog. What's going on? There's got to be some inside baseball we don't see here. I'm sort of surprised how easily it is going to be to take back this obelisk. That is kind of remarkable to me. There we go. Obelisk is back. And Sky Altar is back. But it's too little too late here. Too little too late here. Attack going in on the Desert Altar. There's just not enough minutes left to make this up. There's just not enough minutes left. Will this be successful? Oh, no. That Lohar getting melted. Yep, Lohar's pausing. May as well just attack with just 3 minutes left. Get as many points as you can. Get as many points as you possibly can. Just start hitting stuff. Just start hitting stuff. Nice little cluster of cities over here. Of course, it makes sense that they're all here. What do we got over here? Rally going in. Rally going in. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. This is a T5 rally. T5 rally with a cavalry commander at the helm. What will happen? Watch the points change. Watch the points change during this rally. You get 80 points per something when you're an attacker and 40 points per something when you're a defender. I forget what the exact breakdown of point gain is there. Here we go. Big damage in. This is why we like to see T5 leading rallies. Massive damage. This is why I wanted to see Gurog leading rallies this whole time. This is why I wanted to see Gurog leading rallies. If Gurog had led the rally before, would they have won it? Would they have won the structure and the war? I mean, presumably he was in other very important places on the battlefield. So it's very unfair of me to make that claim. But I love the damage going in here. I love the damage going in here. And quite frankly, it's almost doing blue a favor that it's being reinforced right now because it's giving them an opportunity to get even more points from kills. I think. Although I guess they want to convert it over so that red isn't getting the points per minute as well. Hard to say how this is going to go, but I will say that even though blue now capturing more structures, it's not quite enough at this point. With a minute left, this match is going to red. Well fought by everyone. Extremely well fought. Great plays all around. Great plays all around. Love the fight. Loved watching this. Let's get a look at the stats. There's a lot to talk about with these stats that may tell us what happened. Good game and well played all the way around. Really great battle. Really great battle. Very entertaining. We really appreciate naVi inviting us. CO, congratulations to you on your victory. This was an exciting fight. This was an exciting fight. Will they get the Sky Altar with their final act in this Ark of Osiris with 3 seconds left? And nope. Oh man, so close. All right, let's get a look. Ark score. That last arc was 4,000 points. It was not quite enough. The 6,500 points You know, those earlier Ark of Osiris's, like I was saying, that was the difference maker. That was the difference maker. The occupation score looks the same. The provision score is about the same. The kills from red is almost unbelievable. The severely wounded units in blue is almost unbelievable. The healing from blue is unbelievable. Wow. Wow. Celestial Order not even using a lot of healing in this matchup. Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. A part of the reason that naVi could do so much healing, by the way, is that they had 50% healing, which is pretty good. Which is pretty good. Whew. Well, that was a heck of an Ark of Osiris. Again, really well fought. A lot of reasons to be proud of how they composed themselves in that fight. Again, good fighting all around from CO as well. Man, that was a heck of a fight. Big thank you to CO and to naVi for inviting us. Really appreciate having the opportunity to watch you play Ark of Osiris. I mean, was that not entertaining? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Calling on the movie Gladiator there for those of you who appreciate that reference. Now, you know, something I like to do when I stream is reward people who stay to the very end of the stream and just, you know, show off some stuff that is going to be in a video but is not yet in a video. So for those of you that are still in the stream, for those of you that are still here, we can give you a little sneak peek of something that's kind of exciting. Something that I'm pretty excited about anyways. I'm just, you know, I got to send out those gatherers, hashtag farming life. Hashtag farming life. Gather some goodies here. So, you know, something I'm kind of excited about. Killer says yes. By the way, if you had a question in chat, now's the time to drop it in. I can answer your questions in chat. There is something that I'm pretty pumped about. Thank you for streaming today. Yes, they had big hearts. Indeed, they did. Can we go to the museum? What's the museum? Am I free tomorrow at 8 UTC? No, that's not a time when I'm free. Sad to see this guy begging for donations to boost his castle. Like, do it yourself? I don't know what that's in reference to. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Do you see what's going on here? Yep. Yep. There'll be a video about this soon. Yo, Chis, are you going to be checking DJ Arc with the Gecko? Ooh, I'd love to check the DJ Arc with the Gecko. I don't know when it is. I'll have to follow up with him. When you say something, you see it always 2 times. Why? I don't know. I guess I just repeat things. A comment that I'm a good commentator. Thank you very much. Where do you drop the arc when you take it? You take it back to any structure to score points. If you go to a caravan, it will drop it. The museum is the the Retired Old Folks Alliance. Indeed. Traydog explained the naVi strat up in chat. Yeah, I totally missed it, Traydog. You'll have to put it in chat again. I'm sorry. Yes, DN noticed. T5's cooking up over here, baby. Should I max Kusunoki? I like Kusunoki. I've got him maxed. You gotta like archers. You could use him in the garrison. I did for a while. I used him in the garrison for a while. Let's buy some stuff. We buy that for resources. We buy that for gems because it's 90%. We buy that because it's resources. 3-hour speed ups at 50% off or better is a great buy, so we'll pick that up. We definitely don't need any 24-hour food, but we'll take a 24-hour gathering speed, and we'll pick up the experience for resources, then we'll hit refresh. Resources for resources is always value. 90% off for wood, we'll buy it. 60% off hour-long speed-ups is good value. We'll pick that up. 50% off is just a little too rich for me, I feel like. 24-hour stone for resources is good. Star for resources is good. I like all those pickups. I like all those pickups. Awesome. Do I have a stream for 20 UTC? I am not going to be around for 20 UTC. Are Joan and Cleo good combination? Nah, not really. I put Joan with somebody else. What's the best archer civilization? Hands down. Best archer civilization, hands down, without a question, slam dunk, is Ottoman. Ottoman Empire is freaking amazing. Ottoman Empire is freaking amazing. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan. I missed a production for resources. I did? A 24-hour? Oh, it's food. I don't need food. I got plenty of food. Plenty of food. I cannot do 20 UTC on either day for Ark of Osiris. How can I contact the German alliance from my kingdom for migration? There's a couple folks that you can reach out to. Locos is the alliance leader. Send him a message. Tell him I sent you. Or you can contact Walls, who's an officer on my alliance. Am I streaming JWM versus High? I'm going to look into that to see if that's a thing I can do. I'm going to see if I can do that. Okay, here's the explanation from naVi. naVi has 4 teams, and the offensive teams in our strategy had to change. So the 10th had to start leading some rallies. Okay. The team teleports together and have different objectives. Interesting. How long have I been playing for? About 200 days. What's the best hero for those clown siege marches? I have a clown siege march. Because, I got to do something with these siege units. May as well get some value, right? I don't know what would be the best commanders. Does starting commanders have more power than other commanders? No. Why did I go to Korea? For 3% research speed. 3% research speed. Because we're working our way toward finishing off these T5s, and then we'll go somewhere else. I don't know what we're going to do. Probably Ottoman. Probably Ottoman. Maybe something else. Maybe something else. I sort of wish I'd been Germany all along. I don't know. I just feel like I'd have so many more troops over the course of 200 days if I had done that. Yeah. That's fine, though. That's fine. Chisgule does Baibars and Yeah, Baibars and Belisarius is a fine combo. I still don't understand why I think Richard I is better than Martel first. Okay. The reason you want to have Richard I as the primary is that he's going to do a heal. When he does a heal and you have Charles Martel as the secondary, Charles Martel's shield is going to be slightly larger because there's more troops in the army. And when there's more troops in the army, the damage factor gives you a higher boost to your attack or your heal or your shield. So you heal first, lift up the number of troops, then you do your big, follow-up. What legendary should I work on? I have Frederick 133. So you should abandon your Frederick because you needed to max the first skill. Charles Martel is 423. You should work on Martel and hope you max the first skill. Hey, Chess, do you know the schedule for legendary commander spins? I don't. We recently had 3 Cao Cao wheels, which is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. All right, my friends. This has been a lot of fun streaming Ark of Osiris with you. I hope that you enjoyed watching. And until next time, you have fun smashing the kingdom.